Well, hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for mid-July right through to mid-August 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your career reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, your 2nd, your 8th, and your 3rd house are influencing you over the next 6 weeks. And you'll see yourself being a little bit more focused than usual. With your 2nd house of value, you'll be checking in with how you value yourself, making sure that all the effort that you're putting in, you are getting fairly recompensed for. You may be looking at if you're feeling unappreciated or undervalued in some area of your career, you may be making some adjustments to put yourself in either a new position or putting yourself in a position to get back on track and exert your personal power and your authentic voice through your work, just to make sure that no one really, undermines you in any way or really, takes you for granted in your career. Now, also, that 2nd house is really about establishing who you are, your skill set. I'm not surprised to see the trumpet card there, because that's really about you being in a very strong position of power to show off your skills and really be noticed and appreciated for all the talents that you have and what you bring to the table. But also, your 8th house is influencing you as you move through the rest of July, and that's really about transforming your finances. So you may be looking at areas of your career where you feel like you've hit a glass ceiling when it comes to leveling up financially, stepping into leadership roles or promotions or bonuses, for example. And you may be actually either taking new skills, classes, or upskilling in some way in order to enhance your opportunities to gain more money, or some of you may even be putting yourself and your resume out there to get new opportunities in order to capitalize financially and bring more money into your bank account, okay? The 8th house really is about you focusing on your pensions, okay? So long-term security, really finding a career perhaps that pays into a pension for you, or being able to put, money into a personal pension. Also, you may be looking at, as I said, upscaling or upskilling in order to bring more money to your personal development and being able to save a little bit more for the future as well. So also, your 3rd house of communication is started for you as you move into August, and this really is a perfect time to give a promotion or receive a promotion, or even give a presentation that puts you in the league or in the running to get a promotion or a raise. Also, it's a perfect time for you to articulate your desires, not only to your boss or to the universe, in order to manifest more money or more status into your working environment. This is a time for strong potential, getting what you truly deserve, and all the efforts you put in being starting to pay off for you. Let's put it that way. Also, this is a strong manifestation period because the 3rd house connects to the law of attraction. So if there's something that you want to achieve in your career in particular, you've got your eye on it, you're really focused on it, you're going to get organized this month, and it's going to occur for you. You're actually moving towards it closer than ever before. You can see with the World card in this position, it indicates that you will complete a goal or a task, and that there will be a very abundant or prosperous exchange, okay? Look at that. Wheel of Fortune is on your side. Now, because you have the Wheel of Fortune and the World card, it does tend to mean that you're in a cycle. So some of you, you may have been in a bit of a cycle of repeat, but now things are, really working in your favor, because this cycle of repeat, doing something that you love doing or doing something over and over and over, it may have felt repetitive or monotonous, but it actually means that you are a master or a mistress of your craft. You stand out above the crowd. You're really good at what you do. You're very talented, you're very gifted, but some of you may have been longing for some sort of change or transformation in your career, and you may be setting new tasks or new goals for yourself in order to really level up in some way. They're giving me an energy here of establishing your territory. Okay, that's what I'm picking up strongly here for you as well. And also with the book there, I do feel that you've got a lot of administrative tasks on in the next couple of weeks. You're going to be doing a lot, making phone calls, signing contracts, or doing a lot of filing, being really organized, but also ambitious to get whatever it is sorted, completed, shall we say. It says here, paperwork, contracts, learning as you go. Some of you may be asked to take on a new task or a responsibility or even an obligation in your working environment that will actually put you in a really good position, because it means that you know how to do this task and other people do not. So I really feel that you are an asset to whatever working environment you find yourself in. Also, if you're an entrepreneur, I definitely see some of you perhaps educating yourself in order to expand on new ideas, opportunities, and branching out in some way in your business. Some of you may think about or feel compelled to take a class or even look up videos of how to do something or learn something, gain knowledge, because you also have that Eight of Pentacles there. And I feel it will actually really help you long term. Now, some of you may also be thinking about going into a legal environment. It could be a career legal environment, or some of you may even be going through a legal case with a working practice or someone that you used to work for. I definitely see that that will work in your favor. It's coming to an end, and it will be a rewarding end is what I'm seeing here. Make sure you keep all dates, times, and everything documented regarding this, because there may be someone, if you're going through a legality in the working environment, there may be someone who tries to play dirty. So just watch out for that. You lead with integrity, but write everything down, keep everything documented, dates, times, those things, and it will put you in a really good position to win this case is what I'm seeing there. But for those of you who are not involved in anything legal, you could be signing a new contract for a new position. Or if you put your resume out there, I feel like you are picked up to interview. And if you're looking for a new job, for example, you don't have one right now, I definitely see a new opportunity coming on in, and you'll earn more money than you ever earned before, okay? Remember, if you're interviewing for something and they ask you, what sort of finances you expect for the effort that you put into your working environment, always talk yourself up, okay? Because they may be offering this level of finances. If you ask for this level of finances, they may be like a little bit surprised, but you have the talents and the gifts to back it up. And I feel like you may come to a very important understanding between you both where there is an agreement, and it may be a little bit more money than you're actually expecting. So just watch out for that. I see here that you can negotiate a better deal. Now, this is your protagonist energy. I want you to be aware the first pile is your protagonist energy. This is about how you're feeling. Some of you may be thinking that you need to expand on your knowledge just to keep relevant in your career. You may take a class or try to network, or in some way just, absorb information in order to be ahead of everybody else. You may be gaining knowledge or even enjoying a new craft or skill that will help you long term. I feel like you're eager to learn more. So some of you may even ask your boss, if you're in a career where you work for people, you may ask for new projects or things just to keep things interesting. But at the same time, you're being really savvy by asking for new projects or to learn new skills in your career. You're actually putting yourself above other people, and you can use those skills long term in other outlets later on should you decide to leave that position. Also, with the Justice card, this is really about getting what you want, getting what you deserve. All the effort that you're putting in, I feel like you're making some adjustments in your career and you're going to get a lot out of it. You're ending on the King of Pentacles here, so I definitely see that there's going to be a fair exchange regarding your career. But the Justice card, if you're signing new contracts or if you're in a career that you've been in long term, and they ask you to sign a new contract if there's a merge going on at your company or there's some sort of collaboration and you feel dissatisfied with part of the contract, you can negotiate and get a better deal. So for example, if you've been in a career or a company for about 10 years or 5 years and you've been, enjoying what you do, but suddenly they're merging or suddenly there's some sort of takeover bid going on and they give you a new contract, make sure you read the fine print because they may try to, erase benefits or, because I get a sense of evaluating benefits just to streamline their costs. I see them cutting back, and it would mean if you sign on the dotted line in that moment, it may mean that you miss out on benefits or it's like starting again. So should there be any, I don't see any redundancies here, but should there be anyone who's being let go of the company, I definitely see that it prevents people from getting their true redundancy. If they've been there for 10 years and they sign a new contract right now, it means everything that went before is null and void. So just watch out for that. I'm not picking up on any redundancies here. I just want you to be aware of that. But I am picking up on some sort of company merges where it overshadows what went on before or some way takes away benefits. You may see companies cutting back in some way, streamlining in some way, and you may notice that with office facilities, for example, but then it'll start to overflow into pay or bonuses. That's what I'm seeing long term in the energy that I'm picking up from you right now. So just watch out for that. But the Justice card can indicate some paperwork to deal with, you being really busy. Maybe there's even a legal matter that's to do with your career, something to sign, keeping an eye on filing, making sure that you're abreast of all the tasks and responsibilities that you have. You're in a period of adjustment is what I'm feeling, and some of you may even need to make a decision regarding following your heart and doing something that you love doing, something you're passionate about, something that's creative over something that's a little bit more office based or a little bit more stable in your life. So I feel some of you may be trying to either have a second stream of income or start something new, perhaps a new project, or there's just something that you love and you're spreading yourself a little bit thin right now and you're trying to address or adjust your schedule just to make sure that you can do it all whilst at the same time have enough time for you. Okay, now we've got two major arcana cards here to describe your protagonist energy. Luck is on your side, and it's really interesting that you've got the Wheel of Fortune and you've got the dice, because it does indicate that there may be some change that you're trying to implement in your career and you feel it's risky. Okay, I do see you're making a calculated risk. You're being really logical about your circumstances. You're being really honest with yourself, and you're getting clear on where your heart really lies. Okay, so I feel there's a lot of focus this month, you being a little bit more in your head this month about the way forward and planning. I definitely see planning for the future or strategizing. And I feel knowledge is the key to your success. But with the fates, it indicates that there's a lucky break happening for you here. I feel like you're in a cycle of things getting better. There could be like a sudden promotion or a sudden raise. Something comes out of the blue that is so positive, and I feel like you've got what it takes to take that position and run with it. So I feel there could be new income offered to you. Could even be a bonus that comes in that surprises you. I definitely see that you yourself are full of surprises as well. You bring a lot to the table of your career. You're really good at what you do. You're very gifted, very talented. And I feel with the fates being here, something you've been wishing for, something that is your destiny, your true calling is becoming apparent to you. And I feel like you're on the right track, and there's a lucky break in the next 6 weeks for you, because there's going to be a lot of meaningful coincidences, things that you thought start to become things. Okay, so I feel like thoughts are becoming things in the next 6 weeks. Maybe even something you've been training for or have trained for, or that you're currently, researching. to even get a new qualification, or even to step into something that gives you more status. I definitely see that you're going, I mean, you're starting here at the Justice card and the Fates, which means you're putting a lot of effort into changing your circumstances to be successful. And with the King of Pentacles and the World card, it indicates that you're going to reach your goal. You're getting exactly what you've been working really hard towards. And there's a lot of prosperity being attracted to you at this time. Now, we do have the butterfly. It's in the resistance position, okay? And it says here, sudden change, frivolous spending, short-term loan, arts, movement, temporary jobs, fun work. So because it's in the resistance position, I feel some of you are asking yourself those bigger philosophical questions like, do I enjoy what I do? Can I change aspects of my career in order to make it a little bit more rewarding or a little bit more enjoyable or even a little bit more spontaneous? The butterfly can indicate that you're going to be in a transition period, or there's going to be some changes that are sudden in and around your career. Now, this could be like a change of, leadership, or it could be a change of physical environment. For example, your office may get relocated, or there may be a shuffle of offices where people are moved around a little bit. It could also indicate some of you are thinking about doing like a temp job on the side, or picking up something that's a little bit more freelance, or even setting up that second stream of income that will help you be very successful and fly with something really creative. But the butterfly in this position, it can indicate some of you have been feeling a little bit lost in your career. You know, you may have been putting a lot of effort in and feeling that the rewards are not there. But I do feel that there is a shift this month where you either learn something new, or you start planning to implement skills that you haven't really tapped into just yet. Because I feel like there's untapped potential here that you're really looking at, and I feel like you will implement those skills to change your reality and change your future for the better. Okay, now we have the Eight of Pentacles. It's in the resistance position, and I'm seeing something in the water right now that perhaps you're not going to enjoy, but I'm not sure. Actually, maybe it's something really positive. They're actually showing me someone it's like someone in a car who's doing like a 3-point turn. Okay, now 3-point turns tend to be like having to in some way reverse. Okay, so 3-point turn. So it could be something that you will revisit this month, or you redo in some way. What am I picking up with 3-point turn? Having to go back on something. Okay, or there's a turnaround perhaps. So for example, if your boss offered you a raise or a promotion and nothing happens, there could be like a U-turn on it, or you may feel it's not going to happen for you. But I actually see something surprising you. It's like perhaps something isn't working, and then suddenly something better comes along is what I'm seeing here. Also, the Eight of Pentacles in this position, it basically indicates some of you have had a little bit of brain fog recently, or have had a lack of focus or lack of ambition, because you feel that there's no opportunity, or you've hit a glass ceiling in some way, and you may have decided to take up a course of learning or a new class in order to help you gather more skills in order to elevate. Because I'm getting a sense of restriction here, or having to do a U-turn on something. Okay, I'm just going to pull a quick card on that to see what that is, because the Eight of Pentacles, when it's in this position at the beginning of the month, by the end of the month period that I'm picking up on, it will be in the upright, which means all the hard work that you put into something, you will be rewarded for it, but also you will have accomplished or reached a goal that is currently in motion. Also, I'm getting a sense of you eagerly embracing an opportunity to develop your skills and have a greater understanding about your career and find new ways to apply what you already know, okay? I'm definitely getting a sense here that this is about enjoying your employment. Whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you are working for someone else, this is about you really tapping into whether you enjoy what you do, and if not, the Knight of Swords indicates you're changing your circumstances. You are approaching things either in a different way or a different mindset, or you are actually deciding to take yourself elsewhere. I mean, it's also interesting that the Knight of Swords is facing in the opposite direction. Okay, so I definitely get a sense of U-turn. So some of you may actually revisit something you used to love doing, or you may even return to an idea or a task, something that actually offers elevation and success, whereas it didn't before. Okay, so for example, if you used to do something that you really enjoyed, but the pandemic came along, for example, and you lost that position and you have to do something else that perhaps you're just coasting with at the moment. I feel now is an opportunity to go back to the thing that you love. Okay, that's the energy that I'm picking up on here. I just want to pull a card on that Eight of Pentacles. That's the Queen of Wands, and it's the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm really getting a sense that you're returning to something that you're passionate about. For some of you, it may be that you're passionate about collaborating with people, or you're getting really inspired. You're actually attracting a lot of good things towards you, because the Queen of Wands is a card of power, a card of magnetism, a card of passion. So if you feel unmotivated or a lack of energy recently in your career, or you've just been searching for direction, this is the month to gain clarity, but also have that energy to be eager and move forward. And I feel you're also going to have that motivation, that drive, and that vitality to achieve whatever it is you do. If you're putting yourself out there to get a new position, or even if you're putting yourself out there to get a raise or promotion, I feel this is a time where you're really attractive. And what I mean, not aesthetically, of course you're aesthetically attractive. I'm not talking about aesthetics. What I'm talking about is that you're attracting new opportunities, and you tend to be above everybody else when it comes to standing out from the crowd, okay? The Queen of Wands tends to be someone who is inspired by passion, is passion-led, shall we say. It's an opportunity to express yourself in your own unique way. And I feel that you're in the creative flow this month, where people want to work with you, people want to collaborate with you. And also the Queen of Wands has the cat, okay, the black cat, which represents luck. Okay, whenever you see a suit of wands, the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, they tend to have like a gecko or a salamander on their cloak, which represents being protected and, attracting opportunity. But the black cat on the Queen of Wands tends to represent that luck is on your side, okay? That you don't need to be protected in this circumstance, but actually luck is taking over. So I do feel like you're in a really good position to attract a new opportunity, because that card is a card of magnetism. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles here, so that indicates either some sort of new income coming your way. I mean, for some of you, you may have like a second stream of income of like upcycling something that you've got at home, or even, selling things that perhaps are you've outgrown, shall we say, and that you are finding a new home for it. It could even be something creative that you do, whether it's writing, whether it is art, or something that you make with your hands. You may sell that and sell more than you expected this month. But what I'm getting with this card is really an offer coming through that could bring in new income, and that could be in the form of a raise, a bonus, or an investment opportunity, or even a promotion, okay? This could even be the start of a new job. It's the start of more money. It's an opportunity being gifted to you where you can start something that's going to be exciting for your future, and it's going to bring you fortune long term, okay? So I'm very excited about this for you. Now we do have the Knight of Swords here. Okay, the Knight of Swords is about changing your life, but it's in the resistance position at first, which means it gets reversed. So you may be feeling that you're a little bit stuck right now, and you're trying to engineer change, and you're planning for something in the future. Now, this could be that you're trying to approach your schedule in a new way so that you have time to have many fingers and many pies, or you're trying to get an idea off the ground, and I feel like you're broadening your perspective, learning new things in order to change your circumstances or change your lifestyle. For some of you, you're trying to do some sort of career which gives you more freedom, creative freedom, or more personal freedom, where you maybe even travel with your work, because I'm getting a sense that some of you may want to work from home, or you may be trying to create a business where you create more time for you and your family and having fun and having experiences and loving life, rather than being like held down with something. So I definitely get a sense of you like brainstorming this month to try and find opportunities where you can have a little bit more freedom. With this card, I feel this is an energy of having the courage to go after what you desired in the first place. Okay, I feel like you're not settling in your career. I feel like you're being really focused and you're getting the job done. I feel like you're actually, you know, hitting the mark and creating opportunity for you. I'm also getting a sign again that I'm seeing the sign. It says, please help yourself. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. Please help yourself. Now, what I'm getting here is that yes, there are lots of opportunity for people to help you, but I feel like you're inspired to do something yourself or get something off the ground yourself. And I feel you recognize in life, no one comes to save us. Okay, it's all about taking that power and, you know, that passion for life, that lust for life, and running with it and going after your goals and dreams. I feel like no matter what, you're going to do this all by yourself. There will be people along the way who want to help you, but ultimately I feel like you've got a goal that you will reach, and this energy is like, please help yourself. I get this sense of really like get clear on what you want, and if you're doing something perhaps right now that's making you feel low vibe or is toxic or is just not working for you, I feel like you're having the honesty to approach it and say, you know what, it's not right for me. I feel it's time to change. But what I see here is that your focus on something that you love doing, you're going to hear some really good news about it. And I really feel that you're either returning to something that you love doing, or you're restructuring the way that you work so that you love what you do and you're getting a lot of benefit out of it. And it's not just financial. I feel there is financial benefit and reward, but ultimately I feel this is like an awakening here where you're thinking about your true calling, you understand what you need to do, and you're being called forward to take action. Okay, now we do have eggs. This is your outcome energy, golden egg, golden opportunity being offered. But it also says starting over, saving up, using your resources, and nest egg. Some of you are looking at healthcare, new opportunities, insurance. Okay, so I really feel that you're looking at your pensions, savings plans, and I feel there's new opportunities here for you to open yourself up to more money. But ultimately it says starting over here. Remember, you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. You're really good at what you do and you're very talented. Have the courage to make the changes you need to make. If you're feeling stuck, don't remain in something that is making you feel unhappy. This is your life, okay? So it's really important that you make the changes necessary in order to bring more reward and more fulfillment into your life, okay? Now, as I said, I get this energy of U-turn or some, 3-point turn, almost like, when you think about a car is like a journey. It's the journey. You're in control, you're steering that car. And because I'm seeing someone doing a 3-point turn, it could mean one of two things. One is that either there is a relocation going on, and perhaps it's, you have to take one way normally to work, and you're going to have to change the way that you go in terms of your route to work this month. It could also mean that you are having a change of direction and you're returning to something that you used to love doing, or returning to something that you wished you'd done in the first place, okay? Either way, it's going to be very rewarding. Your final cards are the World card, which is success, abundance, reaching your goal. When you get the World card, this is about also completing a task, hitting deadlines and making sure that you're right on the money, you're right on the mark. And they were actually giving me the words in the water that I just said. They're showing it back to me, right on the money, okay? So I feel right on the money. So even if you write down a certain amount of money that you want in your career, you will be right on it. You're going to get it, okay? Also with the World card, this is a card of travel or relocation or even emigration. So some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, or even if you're looking at branches of where you work, you may think about taking it overseas, or you may be looking at the world at large and thinking about the best place for you to relocate your business, or where you feel like you belong, okay? With the World card, this is also you like reaching a goal because of the lessons that you've learned. So with the 8 of Pentacles there, if you're taking yourself back to college or you're learning new skills, even if you're watching videos online on YouTube of how to do something, you may be upskilling in some way, and you put those skills into practice that could either see you promote or be a promoter or even get into a promotion, or you receive a qualification or a certificate that puts you ahead of everybody else and helps you attract the prosperity that you desire. The World card also indicates that you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities. And the King of Pentacles indicates you're going to be in a position of status, or it could be a managerial role, or it could be that you're setting up your own business and you're going to become an entrepreneur. Yes, if you're an entrepreneur, I feel like there's going to be more tasks, more responsibility, and more work for you, but I feel it's going to be very rewarding. You're going to love what you do, and you're going to bring in a lot of money as well. But I feel it's more than that. You're not just in it for the finances. I feel like you're in it to move forward, to feel a little bit more freedom, and also to feel this level of expansion and fulfillment. King of Pentacles, you're attracting more enterprising opportunities, but also you're a reliable leader. You're really good at what you do. So stepping into any position that's leveling up or giving you more status, I feel you're in control of what you do and you're really good at it as well. You're smart and you're going to reap the rewards of all of your hard work. You're really good at business, okay? But it's not only just you enjoying what you do, but also you're attracting opportunities that will see you enjoy the best in life, okay? Also, I feel you're being called forward to learn more about finances or gain more financial wisdom so you can make your money work for you in a really positive way. So, finding perhaps institutions where they give better interest rates, or even making sure that you house your finances in places that are not linked by license, so that if there was ever an economic fluctuation and there was an issue with an institution, you would not be insured for both amounts, okay, because of that license link. So I actually see that you're being very savvy with your finances too. Ultimately, I definitely see you being very busy this month. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a lot going on for you. You may be multitasking, but I feel it's really about adjusting your working practice, making sure that you're enjoying what you do, and not being complacent or not procrastinating and wasting your time. I definitely see that you're really focused this month on business, and your ambition is taking you to where you want to go. Now, your final cards, we have dice, okay? So dice represents opportunity and risk. So you may be calculating a risk right now or a change in your circumstances. It says here, gamble, risks, game playing, blind faith, uninhibited even, boldness, and playing with fate. Now, I actually see that you're not, even though the card says playing with fate, I actually see that you're in a really secure position. So I feel something you've been wishing for is showing up for you. I don't see any games here in the cards or the energy of you playing with fire or playing with fate in any way. I see you having a new idea and it being a golden opportunity for you to be in a really good position and even orchestrate some level of freedom in your life long term. I see you attracting the good life because of the efforts you've been putting into your career. And we've also got trumpet, okay? So the trumpet, it represents victory, resurrection, awakening, decisiveness, inner calling, and forgiveness. Now, what I'm getting that was coming out in your reading this whole time is a resurrection. So I get this sense of you returning in some way. Now, this could be that your motivation or your mojo, your passion for what you do is returning this month, or it could also be that you're returning to something that you used to love doing. Ultimately, the trumpet is about really, promoting your skills or putting yourself in a position to be noticed, your talents, your gifts, where there is a breakthrough and success here for whatever it is that you do. You're going to make progress because of your dedication, your commitment, and your smarts as well as your talents, okay? Have the confidence you need. You're actually in a really good position, and, I feel your passion is your power, and allow that passion to lead the way. Now, I'm just going to go and get some final cards before we close the reading for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? They're giving me a song right now, okay? The music to this song is really powerful, but it's someone talking. It's almost like a rap, but it's not. It kind of is a rap, but it's also like someone talking, almost like very inspirational. Let me just check in with the words. Maybe this song came up before in the past. It sounds really familiar, but I can't quite place it in a reading. So I can't remember every reading that's ever been done, but it's coming up and I feel like I've heard this before. So this is 10% luck, 20% 15% skill, 15% concentrated power of will. Wow, that's quite a poignant message right there. Oh, they're showing me two words in the water. Fort minor. Fort minor. Oh, okay, Fort minor. So I think that may be the artist who sings that, or it's spoken word almost. And it's really inspiring, actually. That's all I'm being given of the song. I don't know the song, so it may not even be about career. That's all I'm being given. But you may even hear that song over the next couple of weeks, or it maybe pops up on your play shuffle, or even plays in someone's car as you move like down the sidewalk. So just listen out for that. May be relevant in some way. Okay, but what I'm getting, if I'm picking up the energy from the actual words and the reading, it's like, okay, you've got the luck because it says 10% luck. You've got the Wheel of Fortune right there. 20% skill. You've got the 8 of Pentacles there, which is all about your skills. You're incredible, what you do. And then we've got 15% concentrated power of will. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that Wheel of Fortune. That's about expansion. It's about concentration. It's about far-reaching energy. So I really feel that you've got everything it takes to get to where you want to go. Just believe and you shall receive. Okay. Now, it says here, let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. So if there's something perhaps that's not really feeling great in your career, or if you're in a toxic environment, perhaps, I feel like you're strategizing to attract other opportunities before you take a leap of faith into something new. But if there's something that did not go your way, whether it was your promised a promotion or raise, or whether you're having a literal U-turn in some area of your career, they're indicating letting go is good, because sometimes we set out to do something and we recognize halfway through, actually, we've evolved from this, or it's not right for us. You know, many, many years ago, I thought I was going to be something in particular. And, you know, I really, at the time, had so much passion for it. But when I started to get really good at it, I started to realize, actually, this is not for me. It feels really empty, and the people are vacuous, and they're not really caring. They're actually really cold and devoid of any empathy. And I thought, I'm not meant to be in this environment, even though it's something that perhaps I thought was for me. It's okay to change direction. It doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you're giving up on something. It means you've come to a realization that actually there's another direction that's even better for you, and there's going to be more successful for you. So I feel embrace it if that's something you're contemplating right now. Ultimately, though, I see a lot of you are on the right path and headed towards success. This card, it says, with greater awareness, you will find the answers that you're looking for. Okay, so I feel you're learning more about who you are in your working environment and learning more about your skills. Learning and expansion is very prominent in your reading. And it says here, you have so much to offer the world. Don't ever doubt your contribution. And that's exactly what that song is about. And you've got the World card there as your end card. So there's a lot of energy tying itself up in this reading for you. I mean, that 15% concentrated will or something that came out there, it's really about your belief in yourself. The power of will, the power of the mind. You will get to where you want to go. Believe in yourself. You've got the skills, you've got the smarts, and I feel you're going to have a major breakthrough in the next couple of weeks that sees you on the right path and meeting the right opportunities. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get a trinket before, well, it's a rune really before we go. Really interesting. I just did a Taurian reading, okay, and I closed my eyes when I picked the runes. The Taurian reading, they got the horse rune, but they got it in the reverse. You're getting it upright, which means you're going to make progress. Your future self will thank you for the changes that you're making. This is all about movement, success, and trusting the choices that you're making right now, because you are on the right track, okay? Now, also, finally, we do have the human rune. So this is all about the self. This is about you thinking things through before you act, and you're going to receive some level of confirmation in your career over the next 6 weeks. Something that you've been visualizing is coming to light. It's happening for you. And also, I get this sense that this is about you feeling rewarded in your career. But I do feel that there, even though it said earlier, help yourself, I do feel that there is somebody who will help you, give you an opportunity in your career, a level up to the next stage in the next 6 to 9 months. I know that sounds like a long way away, but 6 to 9 months, there is a very important figure coming into your life that will help you long term in your life, okay? This person is also very ambitious and they have their own business. They're really good at what they do, but they may give you a piece of information that will help you long term about your approach to your working environment, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Now, there's one little energy that's coming through just before I leave. Some of you beautiful Sagittarians out there are looking at doing a career where you benefit other people, where you help other people. This could be in terms of like counseling, or it could be in terms of psychology in some way, understanding the human mind or the self. Okay, and I definitely, it could even be a career of service. You may think about going into the services in some way. This will be very good for you, be very satisfying, but at the same time very lucrative, because I feel like you will elevate long term, and it will give really good benefits and bonuses for you as well, because you're so good at what you do. Okay, so before I go, they're giving me 2 words: richness, education. Those 2 words on their own is what they're giving me before I leave this reading. So please take it as it resonates. I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, and love and light.